So here's another method of creating the folding project. This one is more by means of offsetting shapes that you make and offsetting them to make sure that at least one side is parallel to the one that's below it. Let's go ahead and demonstrate. I've already set up layers here, floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. I'm going to make floor 1 current. I'm going to do my surface in top view. Make sure you're always in top view. Let's go ahead and start somewhere here, and let's make our shape with acute and obtuse angles. Here's the first shape, and I'm calling that guy the first floor, of course. And solid, turn on points. I think I'd like to stretch this out a little bit more, make it a little more dynamic. Okay. A little bit longer. So the proportion is more of a 3:1. Next, I'm going to go ahead and go to second floor, and I'm going to still draw in the top view. Okay, so I'm going to copy the same guy, okay, and I'm just going to, no matter how I move it, all those sides are going to be parallel, okay, but I'm just going to concern myself with making these two sides parallel. Let's go ahead and change this to floor number 2. Okay, now you can see them both on top of floor 1, floor 2. I'm going to keep these two parallel, so I really don't mind distorting the second floor now, actually. It just doesn't... let's go to solid, turn on points. I'm going to grab this point, I'm going to stretch it out a little bit like so. Make it a little different from the one below it. And go ahead and stretch this guy this way maybe. Okay, and I still have a pretty dynamic shape right there. Okay, so maybe this is where that is. I'm just teaching you a technique. I'm not teaching you design, just a method of how you can do your 101 design. Next, I'm going to go ahead and copy this guy. Same thing, so copy. I think I want to make this edge parallel right there, so, and I'm going to offset it a little bit like so. Okay, let's grab the last one up and make that into floor 3. Okay, I'm just making different colors as a technique so I know which one is which level when I look at my index right here, which happens to be my layers. Grab the third level that you made and do make it a slightly different shape from the second level. So I'm going to go to solid, turn on points. And I think I'm not going to touch these 2 points because I want it to remain parallel to the red line below it. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this guy maybe and exaggerate this way a bit. And how about since everything is pointing this way, I'm going to take liberty here to do an opposite condition. So right after you're done with this, let's go to perspective. Okay, after you go to perspective, make sure you're in shaded mode. Okay, now you're going to grab each one of these and lift them up because right now they're flat on the floor. So let's grab the third floor and second floor, third floor and second floor. Let's go ahead and move them up. Okay, maybe we move them up, let's go a little more. Okay, that seems reasonable right there, and I'm going to do the same thing for now the last one, the third floor. I'm going to go 8 inches. They have to be really equal, so whatever height that's required of you in 101, make sure that they're consistent between each other. Equal height, equal height. I think in your 101 it's going to be 16 feet. This is just a demonstration of a technique. If you remember, we made this edge, kept this edge parallel to this edge, right? So since they're parallel, I can go ahead, I'm going to do a different color here, and draw a four-sided polygon, and it will not be warped. Okay, so now I have one plane, turns up and becomes the second plane. It's all continuous. And if you remember also, we made this edge parallel to this edge. So I'm going to do a polygon there, but I'm not going to do it all the way through. I'm actually going to go ahead and maybe start from the bottom, go to the top edge, and maybe I'll go all the way out and then go to the midpoint of the red line. Let's see what happens here. Okay, and there we go. Again, you have your floor, goes up to the second floor, folds and goes up to that wall, and folds back horizontally, becomes the third level. And that's just one technique. You can go ahead and join everything right here. Once you join it, you can again manipulate it by turning on points. Okay. For example, if you really don't like something, you just turn on point and stretch. Just make sure that you're grabbing parallel to the your gumball. Okay, so that's one method right there.